All right, good morning, everybody. It is the day before we leave, and welcome to my living room. So I need to do a check on everything that we've packed so far. I'm doing a couple last loads of laundry, so I need to see what all needs to go in each of the bags, and I'm going to take you along with me to see how we packed this time. So things are a little bit different. I think I said that in the last video that I was going to be packing different. I did have a different idea, but I changed my mind. My idea was to pack each day in a separate storage cube, but I don't think I have enough storage cubes for that, and that was going to be really confusing to me mixing everybody's clothes like that, especially since I have twins and they both wear the same size clothes, but they don't necessarily want to wear the same clothes. So scratch that idea. So what I ended up doing is we are stopping and staying the night, one night. So I do have a separate bag. I think it's going to end up being two bags, two smaller bags for that night, just so that we don't have to like go rummaging through the big suitcases. So I haven't decided if we're going to take all of the luggage inside or just take it out of the roof bag and put it inside the car and lock it inside the car. We'll see how we feel when we get there and how everything ends up being packed, if that's even like a feasible option, because we'd have to literally take these big suitcases and like set them inside on top of the seats. So that it might not even be a possibility anyway, but we do know we're not going to leave them in the roof bag overnight because, you know, there's some not great people in the world that could decide to come along and just cut the roof bag off the car, and then we'd have zero luggage. So let's start with our overnight bag. There's some fun stuff in here. I just gonna pack Clorox wipes in here. 2-year-old sleeps in a wearable blanket. This came out of the laundry, so it needs to go into an actual bag. This thing right here, I got it for his baby shower, and shout out to Heidi because this is like one of the best things I've ever gotten. It's so cool. So it opens up like that, and you can kind of see the tools that are in there. But there's dish soap in here. This comes in 2 pieces. This is the handle. I'm not going to take it all the way out. But you got a bottle brush, a large bottle brush, like a smaller one, and then you've got like a straw cleaner. And then this part also separates, and you have a drying rack. So you can hang the bottles on there. So we didn't do like a ton of, actually we did a decent amount of traveling while he was still using bottles. And while it can't hold, you know, it's not gonna hold a day's worth of bottles, but it can hold a bottle or 2 to dry, you know, for a few hours until you need to do another bottle. So I always take this with us, and he's not using bottles anymore, but this will be good for cleaning out water bottles that we'll be using every day. So got that with us. In this bag, I have his pack and play sheets. I don't like to use, I know a lot of hotels, they'll give you sheets. I don't really want my 2-year-old sleeping on random sheets. And then there's also a mattress protector in there, just in case he wants for his diaper. And then on this side, I have a dish towel and a dish cloth just for, you know, washing water bottles, whatever. Whatever we decide to use. I've been a little paranoid, I would say, since having, well, I think it's been since, you know, 2020, sleeping on sheets and stuff. So these are just our own, like, fitted sheets. I don't bring a whole sheet set. I've seen those videos where people bring like disposable sheets. I'm not that committed, but I am just a little bit committed. And this time I did buy some of this bed bug spray. Never used it before. But this one also works on lice, which we ended up with lice in 2020. And it's been one of the most traumatizing experiences of my life to have 3 little curly-headed toddlers that couldn't explain to me why they were itching all the time. And if I could never experience that again, the spray is worth it because, yeah, it was absolutely horrifying. So right now, this is how our clothes are packed for the night, which is why I'm saying we're probably gonna need 2 bags, because if you can see how this bag is packed, not really much else is fitting in there. So we're probably gonna grab a duffel bag and stick this with everybody's clothes. So this has all 6 of our clothes with a night of pajamas and a night of clothes. And I'm also gonna have to stick like toiletry bags in there. So we'll probably split those between the 2 bags. This bag right here is a special bag, not only because it's the only like Disney themed bag that we have. So I just did that so you can actually see the bag better. And there's nothing special about the bag itself. This bag is from Aldi. It's cheap. The zipper's half broken, but what's inside of it is what's the special part, because this bag contains all of our dress up stuff. So we're letting our kids have a little fun this time. Where did we find this at? I think we got this at Kohl's. Ariel hair, golden Rapunzel hair, some glitter spray. So these are there when they want to dress like a princess. So we have a Rapunzel, and then we have ears. And I wanted to share, these are ears that I made. So I made myself Rapunzel ears. And I know they don't look like anything like fancy, but I really identify with Louisa from Encanto. So these are my Louisa ears that I made. Also got these like fake leather ears. I got these from Aldi for like $7. And then my girls were given ears. So these are Ariel ears. Then we have a Tiana dress, which means we also have Tiana ears. And we have Rapunzel ears. So each girl was given 2 ears from people who love them very much. I did not buy them. And they're just from Amazon. Nothing super fancy, but they love them. This is my son's special outfit. So he got a Simba outfit. So it's from Walmart. Super cute. And then Ariel dress. And this got the Donald luggage tag. If you've never stayed on Disney World property before, you might not know that you do get luggage tags in the mail when you book. I did get some conflicting answers on the internet when I Googled, like, do they still send out luggage tags? Where some people were like, no, I don't get them. And other people are like, yeah, I get them every time. But it was funny, the very day that I was like wondering about it, like, it was about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I feel like if they're gonna mail us something, it should come now. Literally came home and they were in the mailbox. So we did get 6 different luggage tags. We got, and I'll show them as I go through each bag. I put them on there. I know we're not flying, but we might have to use Bell services when we get there if our room's not ready and we want to go do something else. And again, we don't want to leave our bags on the roof of the car while we're, you know, going to random places. So we got a Daisy, a Donald, a Pluto. I think we had 2 Minnies and a Mickey. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's 6. So that's what we got. And then it also came with our Magical Extra card, which tells us like what kind of discounts we get. It also includes our coupons to mini golf, and then it lists out like where you can use this Magical Extras card for a discount, which is cool because, you know, when you're spending a good little chunk of money, it helps to get some added benefits, which is one of the reasons why we ended up staying on Disney property in the first place. So this bag is our water park / swim bag. So at this year, Disney started a new thing where you get 1 you get a water park stay on your check-in day. So we're either going to do that if we check in and our room's not ready, or we might just go to the big blue pool, because it is one of the largest pools on property, so that might be just as fun. So we'll see what we end up doing. I think I might have shared some of this before. Or did I share it again? And I just won't use that. I'll cut all this out. We're bringing our towel, just one beach towel, just to have with us so we can keep in our bag for if, you know, if we want to sit and watch a parade, whatever, just one big beach towel. We ended up having to buy this in Dutch Wonderland when we did an impromptu visit to the water park, the splash pad there, and had no way to dry off, so I had to buy a towel. Not doing that again. This just has everybody's swim clothes in it. This also has some swim clothes in it. What I need to see though is what does, I think I stuck the sunscreen at the bottom, and now I don't remember what I put in there. So we got some swim diapers, goggles. Yes, so we have a large spray sunscreen. We've got a small tube of sunscreen, and then we got our Sun Buddies. This thing is super cool. If you've never seen them before, you can fill them with whatever kind of cream sunscreen you want to use. And then on this side, it's like a sponge and a roller ball. So you can just roll it on. You can kind of see it's pretty much already spread in. Like, you might have to rub it in a little bit, but the sponge kind of spreads it in for you. So it's really nice. And this is a wet bag. So the inside is lined, and then you have a separate pocket here. So what I like to do when I would just have the kids, I would keep like extra swim diapers in the front pocket, and then we would just shove the wet stuff inside, and it's washable. So if you happen to leave the stuff in there too long and it starts to get that damp smell, just throw the whole thing in the wash. You know, it's nice. I also have this other, I have two like this. The other one is somewhere else. And then I have this swim bag that we've had for just a really long time. It's just a single bag, but it is waterproof. All right, I'm just shoving this stuff back in here just because that was the easiest way to pack it. I also got phone water pouches so we can keep our phones with us and not get wet. And then in here, this wasn't something that I was intending to buy, but we happened to be at Once Upon a Child, and I found water shoes for the 2-year-old for like super cheap. And then I went to Walmart and I found larger size water shoes. They were like $7 each. So I figured they would be a good investment. I kind of sized up a little bit, so hopefully they will last us through another summer. So that, I mean, $7 for one summer, and then I put them in a consignment sale next year. That's pretty much how I do stuff anyway. So that is the plan there. And this one, the girls decided got Pluto. And I don't think there's anything in these pockets. Oh, look there. I just stuck all the Ziplocs. So this is just a Ziploc of various sizes of Ziplocs to use for other things. I also have a laundry bag in here. I got these from the Container Store. They're really cute. So it has a little clip, so you could clip it somewhere, and then it opens up, and there's a bag in here, and that is what we use for laundry. I have 2 of those. So one is here, and then I think one is in the overnight, the first night bag. This was with that because my twins did not have like a really good pair of sunglasses. So I got these on Amazon. It came as a set of 2. It's really nice. They came with this nice little bag. They came with a cleaning cloth, and then just a little pair of sunglasses. They are polarized, so that's nice. Whatever, protect their eyes in the heated sun. Oh, it also came with like a little screwdriver, you know, to tighten in the screws and stuff if they get loose. So it's a pretty good set for like $12 or whatever it was. Okay, now we get into the nitty-gritty. We have a lot to rearrange here because right now the way I have it is this is like all gear and this is all clothes. which would be fine, except that me and my husband's clothes are not in here yet. And obviously our clothes are the biggest. So what I ended up doing for us is we are putting our clothes in, or the majority of our clothes, in vacuum bags. I bought a few years ago, travel vacuum bags that roll up. That's what I had the swim clothes in. So you don't need a vacuum to actually roll them up. Even though I've seen people with these really cool, like little travel vacuums, and that's nice, but I didn't know about that when I bought them, and being able to just roll them up, not need any kind of device or anything to do that, is nice. So I'm just gonna pull everybody's stuff out because everybody needs a few more things. This is toddlers, one little girl, two little girls, three little girls. So they each got their own packing cube. They each have their own list, and I did let them mostly pack on their own, and then I go back and check and make sure that the clothes that they packed are actually what is appropriate and what makes sense. So then in here, this is a bag of all of our cooling supplies, essentially. So cooling towels, all kinds of little fans, neck fans. I got one of these lanyard fans for each of the girls, so they can each just have one, and it just blows up on their face, because I'm gonna keep everybody as cool as possible. I got a family pack of ponchos. It has 3 kid size, 3 adult size, just in case we can keep them in our park bag. This is laundry supplies. So I am pro laundry on vacations. I pretty much, if we're gonna be gone more than 3 days, I plan to do laundry just because it's easier. We can recycle some clothes. You know, if anybody spills something, we can get that out before we get home. This is our stroller rain cover. I need to find something to put that in, but that's where it is right now. Here's the other wet bag, and I am using this for a very good purpose. So I got bubble wands for them ahead of time, and they came with these really big bottles of bubbles. And so what I did was I did the plastic wrap on them. They do have a seal inside, but just to be safe, I did the plastic wrap, and then they're too big to put in like a normal, even a gallon size Ziploc. So I stuck them in here just in case something happens and they do spill, they are inside of a wet bag. Safety earmuffs for the toddler, more disposable swim diapers. I think I did pack 1 reusable swim diaper, which is what we usually use at home. And then all of the bubble wands and like light stick things that I shared before in here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this big fan to this suitcase here. And then we have the slumber pod, which I think also goes to this suitcase here. And I'll leave this other stuff here. And then I also have a pop-up hamper. I just bought this to use. And then I also bought, one thing that was recommended is this storage shelf like this. So you can hang it in the little closet area, and it gives you shelves just to give you some other options for how to get stuff off the floor of your hotel and just keep yourself a little bit more organized. So that's that. It's here so that when the suitcase is standing up, it is standing up. And then this is something super random, but I started following this lady on YouTube. She's a little bit older, but she was sharing how like she protects her feet and like helps herself be able to walk as much as you walk in Disney. And she soaks in Epsom salt every night. And I was like, oh, I think I have Epsom salt somewhere in the house. It would be cool to just throw a little bit in the bath with the kids while they're, you know, bathing at the end of the night, or throw it in the bottom of the shower and just get the smell, because mine is, it's soothe and sleep. So it's Epsom salt with lavender in it. So just to help everybody like relax, I'm like, just throw that in there. Why not? So that's what I did. And I'm gonna keep the fans and stuff. Actually, I might move the fans to, I'm gonna keep the fans out. I think I'm gonna move them to one of the overnight bags, just because if we are like hanging out that first day, we might be hot. Okay, so that's that. So I think we're gonna leave this like this for right now, because until the kids wake up, there's not much else I can do with this. But they need to add to their clothes. So is to clean out and revamp the diaper bag. So it's not like everyday diaper bag, it's go on vacation park bag, diaper bag. The first thing I need to do is get rid of all the trash, because when we are at church, diaper bag is also our trash can. And I just... So that's that. But like this diaper bag, nothing really matters. That's not what we're here for. Keys are clipped to it. It's how I keep myself from losing my keys while we're out. And also while we're home. That's usually where they are, so I know where to look for them. And I've had a couple of scares the last couple weeks because I've put them in the wrong spot. When we've gone into the store, I've just like thrown them in the diaper bag, and then we go to leave, and then I can't find them. I didn't take the time to clip them to the hook where they should be. Also, another reason why more women's clothes need pockets. Checkbook, yes, I keep a checkbook. I'm not taking this with us. I will leave it here. But we still write checks. Okay, that's that. Now to pack it back up. It's definitely, oh, wait a minute, I take that back. Yep. Poor stuff. Like, how long has this open pack of crackers been in here? Who knows? Post-it notes. If you don't know this hack, you need to, I mean, I feel like everybody should know this now. Keep Post-it notes with you. If you have a kid that's scared of the automatic flush, you can peel one off and stick it on there. When I actually, a lot of times I go into the bathroom with my daughters and I don't have the diaper bag, and I just peel off toilet paper and put it over the automatic flush. This is much more useful. So we will keep the Post-it notes in the bag. Also gonna keep all of these little mints and candies and whatever, because why not? Little baby pack of gum. Start there. Okay. Hand sanitizer. I've had this bottle forever, and then I just buy new hand sanitizer, like a big bottle that I keep in the house, and I just refill it. And that's what works for me. Wipes. Ooh, these out. Little wipes that I took from a bathroom somewhere, because free wipes. Why not? More trash. Wipes. Oh no, the kids are waking up. They won't come downstairs yet. We have a rule in our house. They're not allowed to come downstairs until 7:30 in the morning. Because this is my time. Alright, let me clean out my little pouch here. This is where I keep like emergency medicine. I don't put one pill in there. I need to refill that. There's also gum trash in here that I need to get rid of. multiple kinds of chapsticks. My little travel scissors. Bought these while we were on vacation once and I needed to do a little project. And then I keep them in my bag and they're perfect for whatever I need them for. So that's that. Just throw that back in there. I'm gonna need more diaper trash bags because what is one diaper trash bag gonna do for anybody? Let me keep this notepad in here. And then I have an assortment of pens and pencils that I'm going to throw in here. And then I'll also probably clip the car key to it. Those keys that I took off are the keys to my van, which is not what we are taking to Florida because it's old and it's falling apart and it's sad. But I would not trust it to drive us that far. We are taking my husband's SUV, which is newer and safer for everybody. Okay, so I have here my park pouch, and don't judge me for this bag. I was just looking for a bag that was, I wanted one that was see-through and wipeable and whatever, and I didn't have anything like that. I only have pouches. Oh, and one that was like structured. All I have is like the little pouches that come with packing cubes, and that's not what I wanted. So this is the park pouch, and what this has in it, I was saying all that to say because it's Juicy Couture, and like that, I did not buy it because of that. I bought it because it was on clearance for $3 at Marshall's, and I had a Marshall's gift card. So it's the cheapest one they had. These are little gummy, they work for, oh my goodness, why is my brain not working? They're Dramamine, so they work for motion sickness. This was the best I could find when we went to Dutch Wonderland earlier this summer, and they actually work. They're ginger, so I actually used them too after I got on these spinny hot air balloon things with them, and they work. So there's a few left in there, so I got those. These are the bottles that actually came with this Juicy Couture pouch. They're pump bottles, so that is more hand sanitizer. This is a little teeny first aid kit that I bought when my daughter went to sleepaway camp. I think there's two of them because I think she had one that she kept in her bag, and then I had this. Got it with my FSA money, so free to me. Woohoo! Chapstick that has SPF in it. I have no idea where these came from, but I found them in one of my bags, and I was like, those are a good thing to have because you never know when you just need a little bit of floss. And I get free FSA money when I go to my yearly physical, so I just use it on whatever. So I got this little motion sickness band to try, and then this is adult motion sickness pills. These are kids chewable motion sickness pills, I think. Yes, they are. These are, oh great, I probably should have left them in the packaging and then I would know what they were. Oh, these are upset stomach pills, so like a chewable Pepto-Bismol type thing. These are dairy pills for me, so I can enjoy my ice cream in peace and comfort. And then Moleskin. I've never used it before, but everybody going to Disney recommends Moleskin, so got my Moleskin. You know what I just realized is missing from this? There is no pain medicine in this pouch. So we're gonna do that, which is why I'm doing this morning. Oh, and the last thing I have in here, I am like, I wouldn't say I'm addicted to this stuff, but if I need to drink like a ton of water a day, this is the way I do it. This is from Aldi, and I like it because they use vegetable juice for their color. They don't use, I'm not like no red 40, whatever. But if I can get something that doesn't have artificial food dyes in it and use that, I know that it's gonna be better than something with the artificial food dyes. So this is what I use. So I'm keeping that in there. I also hear that the free water in the parks kind of tastes like the swamps. So that helps with that. And my twins like it also. So I'll let them use it to help them drink more water. This bin here can see it amid my messy table. Just has an assortment of stuff in it, so I'll just go through what we have here. Don't worry about that. Some leftover cough drops and medicine. Kids' daily vitamins. Using another one of those bottles for some hand soap to keep by the sink. These I just made yesterday. These are to leave a little tip for our mouse keeper. And I've had this, that's what this is, Disney vinyl for a really long time. So I just stuck that on the back. Made it on my Cricut. It was just a file that was already there. This is our autograph stuff, which I think I've filmed before. Markers. Our stroller tag that I made. It is double-sided because we had some disagreement on whether we wanted Rapunzel or Aladdin. So 2 sets of zip ties. So maybe we can do one for a couple days and another for another couple days. Talked about that before. Lanyards for Key to the World cards. Okay, now we get to the good stuff. These were recommended on another person's page. They are chewable, right? Yes, chewable pain relief for kids. It's awesome. Here's where I need to maybe break down this. I don't know if I need to carry a whole bottle of ibuprofen. I need to figure out what to do about those. This is all the rest of the medicine. Extra moleskin, some allergy medicine. This is the box the lotion pills came out of and the box stomach pills came out of. And then I got air tags for all of my kids. They each got a different color. I had them on a really good deal on Prime Day. So we will be using those. They will be pinned inside their clothes. So if they wander away, hopefully we can relocate them fairly quickly with our phones. This is a new full bottle of sunscreen. I'm a gum person, and they do not sell gum at Disney World. These are my vitamins. This is something special that we will talk about later. Liquid IV, we are trying for the first time. I didn't love it, but I bought it, so we were going to take it. I also ordered in my grocery order Pedialyte packets for the kids to use. So that is that. So this is like our medicine cabinet, essentially. Okay, the last thing I have here is just a few random things that are going into the car. We have a snack bin that's just filled with, you know, just some of our favorite snacks, and they'll just stay in here so they don't get crushed in the car. And then we need a snack, bam. We can say, you know, what's your pleasure? Here we go. And then I bought and was purchased and was gifted a couple of things. Is a cute little like fanny pack, Mickey Mouse fanny pack, and oh, there's a pen in there. But it has a nice pouch in the front where you can keep your cards, and then it's a pretty big space inside here, so I can put my phone and a few other things. So that is what I plan to carry in the park that I can just keep with me. So like you saw in the diaper bag, my wallet's in there. I would not have my wallet in there going to the park. I would leave that like in the safe at the hotel or locked in the car or something. And then I would just have a couple of cards in here and my phone, because I can pay for pretty much everything with my phone. Oh, and my ID. And then the diaper bag would literally have just like the diapers and like that pouch with all the medicine in it. And then we could just leave it on the stroller. And, you know, hopefully there are decent people who aren't going to steal something that has no value to them in it. And then this is the very special thing. I asked for this for like Mother's Day birthday present, and my husband got it for me. So if you do any like researching around Disney and all that stuff, you hear about Loungefly, and I don't think I'd ever heard of Loungefly until, you know, a year ago. But I will say this was like my second choice because they came out with a really cool Powerline one for the Goofy movie 30th anniversary, but that one sold out like so fast. Next best thing was this Rapunzel one. Super cute, and it has Pascal on the back. And we realized, like, I didn't even realize this when I was first gifted it, like on my birthday. I was just like, oh yeah, it's so cute. And then later that day I was like looking at it, and it was stuffed full with paper. I pulled the paper out and I'm like, oh, there's this box in here. What is this box? Look at this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. It lights up. It's hard to see that way. You can see it better from the inside. But like at night in Magic Kingdom, when you get to go take pictures with the lantern, and I have this bag and the lanterns are lighting up, I'm very, very excited about that. That is on our list. So hopefully it's not like raining and it gets canceled, or that would be extremely disappointing. And then my sister got me one of these nice little Touchland hand sanitizer things with the Mickey face, which I saw these and I talked myself out of it because it was way too much for me to spend on something so like unnecessary. But my sister's the best, and she had that in my birthday present. So those are just in, I'm gonna keep those just in this big. We went to a Disney outlet in Pennsylvania when we went to Dutch Wonderland. That's where we got some of those dresses for the girls. So I'm gonna keep this. Everybody talks about having just like a bag to throw everything into in your stroller for if you have to use transportation, pack things up. I'm not sure how much we're gonna use transportation because we do have our own car. And I feel like in some instances, it might be easier to just be able to walk straight to our car than to go and wait for a bus and have to fold up the stroller and then unfold the stroller. We can fold it up and put it in the car, drive to our resort, and then just go in our hotel. We don't have to worry about the stroller anymore. And then we won't have to keep the stroller in our room. So, but either way, the bag would still be helpful to just throw stuff in for the stroller. So there's that. And then I have, my mom actually got me these. I think she gave them to me at Christmas or Mother's Day. It was like, it was before we told the kids about it, so I've had to keep them hidden, and then I finally swapped it out. But they are cute little Mickey Mouse face Apple Watch bands. So since we told the kids, I have been wearing this one, but I do have different colors, so I might swap them out depending on the day. The only downside is, if you look at the difference in length between a real Apple Watch band and these, there's like, I mean, this is on the different hole, but it is on the last hole. So that kind of stinks, but it's fun. It's cute. I'm going to be taking those with me. And yeah, that's about it. So when Zach gets home from work today, hopefully all these bags will be ready, and we'll move all of the car seats into his car and get that part done. He'll like get the roof bag set up. He already set up the portable DVD players in his car. And then tonight, probably after the kids go to bed, or maybe just like after dinner, we'll start taking the suitcases out and actually put them in the bag, because we are planning to leave at about 6 tomorrow morning. That's the goal. So like we would get up a little bit before then and load up the final stuff, make sure everything's ready. Then we'll wake the kids up, help them get dressed and get in the car and just be ready to go. So that is the goal, that's the plan, and hopefully I can give a little update as we start packing that